Hey nerds, Bevan here. Welcome back to Movies I Should Have Seen by Now. Of course, this series is all about me going back in time and watching movies that are classics that everybody loves, that are award winners, that I just, for whatever reason, never got around to seeing, so I'm finally seeing them, and today I finally saw The Exorcist. But Bevan, I thought you loved horror movies. I do love horror movies. That's why I should have seen this by now. Exorcist, of course, is a classic movie that kind of redefined, created a genre of its own even. It was one of, if not the first movie about demonic possession that really hit the mainstream, really created that subgenre of horror. All you have to do is scroll through Netflix and see how many movies contain the word exorcism or exorcist. Spoiler alert, there's tons! And I've seen a bunch of them. Most of my favorite horror movies do include demonic possession. I really like that genre of horror movies. It fascinates me. Some of you might know I actually have a degree in religious studies. It's on the wall right up there. So when we get these religious aspects in these movies, i.e. the priest performing all his rituals on the demon, it really gets to me, it really fascinates me. I have a huge interest in that facet. But enough about me, let's talk about The Exorcist some more. This movie was really good actually. It kind of dragged on in a lot of places, specifically at the beginning, because there was a lot more character development than you would see in a modern horror movie. Today it's all about building the suspense, it's all about the story and the events and the action. Very little of it is about the characters themselves though. In this movie, for the first half hour, we just kind of like saw the characters kind of living their own lives. You had the priest, who unfortunately was dealing with his sick mother. You had the actress mother, who was dealing with her daughter and taking her to the doctor because she thinks she has some kind of mental illness and such. So it really built up these characters to a level where, you know, you'd have to care about them. You'd have to actually give a shit about these people. But then when it finally got to the quote-unquote action, to the scary parts of the movie, they were handled really well too, albeit very differently than would be handled today, because something I noticed in this movie was there was a surprising lack of music. And maybe that's just the time, the era of filmmaking where they didn't rely so much on music. But like in today's horror movie, you'd have the creepy music all the time. You'd have the little teases of a scare, you know, the music will be rising as they walk towards the door, and they open the door and the music cuts and there's nothing there. And to me, and of course I'm not the easiest person to scare, but to me this movie wasn't that scary. I could see why it would be scary back in whatever year this was made in, I think it was the 70s. But today, after I've seen so many horror movies, it didn't quite do it to me. And I can still be scared by movies. Conjuring scares me, Insidious scares me, the remake of The Hills Have Eyes fucking terrified me. So I am capable of being scared by a movie. This just didn't do it. I've seen a ton of, you know, demon possession movies. I've seen a ton of other scary kinds of movies. This just wasn't at that level because the genre has evolved so much over the last 30-40 years. I did, however, love the sarcastic demon in this movie though. He's just talking trash the whole time, and I don't know, I just found it super funny. Like, you're supposed to be scared, but then this demon, who's like in the body of a 12-year-old girl, just starts talking shit to the priest. Your mother sucks cocks. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. You're a bastard. I killed your mother. You killed your mother. Fucking, what the hell? Too funny. Kind of took me out of it, to be honest. Your mother sucks cocks. I will never get over that. That's so fucking funny. I wasn't a huge fan of some of the acting in this movie. Mostly the mom. I didn't really like her that much. I thought whoever played the girl demon, whoever voiced them or acted as them or whatever you want to call it, I guess, I thought that was really well done. I liked the priest who lost his mother. I really enjoyed him. I didn't enjoy so much the priest that came in after, like to actually do the exorcism. He was okay. But speaking of the exorcism, there was absolutely no urgency in this movie at all. So the main priest of the movie, who's trying to like help this girl before the exorcism actually takes place, really took his time getting some shit done. Like, I am used to The Conjuring, where they bring the girl and she's like, oh, we gotta do this exorcism right now. Right now. But in this movie, the guy comes, sees the girl, she's going crazy. So he leaves, does some research, comes back, is like, hey, this is some stuff. And they're like, well, this thing happened. He's like, oh, okay, well, you're clearly possessed, so let me just go talk to some guys. Then I gotta bring somebody else in from like across the country who's like writing a book. Stop writing your book, come and do this thing for us. So like, I don't know if that's like a thing that would actually happen. Of course, I've never actually heard a real life story of an exorcism. But I gotta think there'd be a bit more urgency to it than what was displayed in this movie. So, like most things, this movie had its good and its bad. They were kind of very similar, very even on the level playing field for me. I had enjoyment of this movie when the possession was like visual, like right in front of me. I didn't so much like all the stuff that was surrounding that. If that makes any sense. But let me know what you think. What's your favorite horror movie of all time? Comment below, let me know. I'm always looking for more horror movies to watch, so, you know, the scarier the better for sure. If you like this video, hit that like button, and if you really like this video, hit that subscribe button, because I'm putting out videos every single week. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BevinBoychuk, and until next time, folks, I am out like a light.